time now for Guarantee of the Game presented by AT&T. Let's revisit the Florida conversation. I'm going to ask you a simple question. Bigger storyline in this game, USF getting 2 wins over AP-ranked teams to start the year? Or is it Florida losing before they start the gauntlet of the schedule that they have to run in the SEC? Scoop, I'll start with you.
I'm going to go with USF winning this game because we saw the way that they performed against Boise State last week. As soon as you saw them beat them by as much as they did, you knew that they were going to play Florida tough, and that is exactly what we saw. This is a team that is coached really well, executes at every single level. I mean, this was a tough ball game in the first half. It was 9-6, and the way that USF just battled throughout the ball game, I think shows you that they're ready to compete with just about anyone. And as they become just the 4th team since the 1930s to have wins over ranked opponents in their first 2 games of the season while being unranked. I thought it was really impressive what USF did today, and they're a team we have to keep an eye on for the rest of the year.
Definitely, and credit to Alex Golesh, right, the
100%.
head coach, right, and just getting the boys ready to go. I mean, after beating a team like Boise State and exceeding expectations week 1, very easy for a football team to all of a sudden say, hey, we did a great job, it's good, let's just go into the next week. They had to go into the swamp, and they played with tremendous energy again, the way that they were able to play. That play right there by Brown there at the end was absolutely phenomenal. Just the toughness in which they played. Mac Harris, linebacker for South Florida, all over the place. The speed, the toughness, really impressive. Billy Napier, right? My one argument I would say is just like, man, let's help out our quarterback a little bit more. I just felt like every now and then the offense gets a little stale. It gets a little clunky. DJ's got a lot of talent. I still don't see enough consistency with the intermediate aspect of his passing yet. And I think that will come again with just more experience and getting more dropbacks. But there's just not enough gimme plays for him to build up his confidence and then kind of get hot and get streaky. And that's something I think they're missing out on just a little bit.
I asked you this before we came on the show, but does his injury and him not being able to really participate in spring practice, does that kind of play into him not really looking the part just yet?
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, when you're not out there with the boys and going through just the routine of, hey, when you plant your foot here and you get to this yard mark, expect the ball here, and like going through all of that minutia is so important for you as a football team. It really is, and especially for the quarterback, a young quarterback who we are, of course, like Arch, demanding a lot of, probably a little too soon. But they are a good football team. They got tremendous talent, and I think that's what's frustrating, right? We see Vernal Brown. We see how explosive he is. Hey, can we get a few Mekhi Danzy-like plays like Florida State's doing to get this young man the football and into the play? So that's where I get, I think, a little frustrated when I watch, right? Jaden Ball running the ball extremely physical, right? The offensive line is talented. We just need, I think, a little bit more mixture of play designs and creativity every now and then from Billy Napier in the Florida offense.
And you got to be able to get some type of consistency going. Everyone wants some type of confidence gaining throughout a game. I think Lagway had some easy throws that he just wasn't able to hit in the game.
And there were some of those, you're right.
It's some that really could have been touchdowns that he just missed. And he has the talent to be able to make those throws, but there are other things that are aligned with the team being disciplined, like penalties. Florida had plenty of those in the game, and to be exact, they had 11 penalties for 103 yards. That is costly in a game that was tight from the beginning all the way until the end. And let's not talk about the penalty that ended up costing them the game. This one, like spitting in the other team's face. We just saw Jalen Carter do that in the NFL for the Philadelphia Eagles, and how costly it was and how everyone was dragging his name in the mud. And then all of a sudden, you decide to do it in a game literally just a couple of days later.
The pass interference before that, there was 28 yards of penalties on that final drive for USF.
Which led for USF to be able to win the game. So those are the tiny things that just goes towards discipline. And sometimes those fall on the coach. And look at this. Florida's schedule does not get any easier.
There were some voters out there that thought maybe putting Florida at number 15 in the AP poll was accurate. I get it with the way that they finished the season last year. But put this into context. This is a program that hasn't won more than 8 games in a season since 2019. Billy Napier was essentially fired after they lost to Miami in week 1 last year. The last time that Florida lost a home game to a school from Florida not named Miami or Florida State was the Stetson Hatters in 1938. So, like, this is a program with a lot of expectations, no question about it. And there was a lot of goodwill, I think, heading into the season. USF rightfully to go crazy, I think, in the press box.
Oh, this is great right here.
Yeah, this is excellent. USF takes down another team from the Sunshine State next week. They're going to face off against Miami, so might they get it next? I mean, this is pretty special stuff.
This is what this is the beauty of college football.
Wow. The message boards were on fire today.
And quite frankly, I saw some videos on Twitter of Florida fans chanting "Fire Billy." Here it is. The Gator fans are not happy. I mean, he's been on the hot seat dang near since last year. They ripped off a bunch of wins. Of course, the fans are going to be upset, but you got to look at that schedule. It is a gauntlet. It is not easy for any head coach to be able to survive through that.
And we'll see. Because last year we were going crazy about, you let Miami come in there and beat you in your home field. Well, we found out that Cam Ward's probably the best quarterback in the country a few weeks after that. And then we realized he is the best quarterback in the country.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think we're going to have that same case with Brown. He's a little bit of a different style of player, but we don't know yet. With this South Florida football team, they could be a team that is one of those what am I blanking on this, right?
Group of five.
Group of five,
yeah.
Thank you. Schools, right, that'll be battling for one of those spots in the playoffs. So appreciate you saving me there, Sam.
I got you.
Yeah,
that's what we're here for. We're a team. Yeah. By the way, only 4.
Too much caffeine.
There's a lot of caffeine. Late night tonight.
Yeah.
Only 4 teams have started the season 3-0 with all 3 wins coming against AP-ranked teams. Now, USF has a chance to go down and make it 3-0 against Miami.
That's going to be such a fun game. I can't wait for that one.
You want this, you got that.